Yes, indeed. If you're watching movies at home this weekend, then this is the snack you need to have in your hand and in your face.
With the creamy decadence of double cream bliss from Clover, yogurt has never been so irresistible.
Made with love by Clover.
Now, I'm not exactly a sweet tooth, but this will win anyone over. As far as sweet pastries go, the lemon meringue Danishes we're about to make take the cake. And with the creamy indulgence of Clover Bliss double cream yogurt, they are the perfect ending to any soiree or pairing for dad's cuppa this weekend, and make a lot because they are so Moorish.
They are.
My goodness, I like the fact that you're kind of on theme with the lemon vibes,
Dude.
the glasses and the gold and the hair. And
because this is so delicious, and I also had to make sure I look delicious.
And you do.
And so whatever I'm making has to be delicious.
And this, for me, this is like, it makes me so excited. I love lemon meringue, but it can be quite a lot. Like one little slice of lemon meringue, I'm sure, is enough for most people. This is almost the opposite. We get the joy of that beautiful lemon zestiness, but you are going to have to go back for more than one.
It doesn't do that thing where you have to go...
Yeah.
Because it's like...
That's quite yeah.
It's enough, but it's not too much.
And it is an indulgence, okay?
Yeah,
so it's got the best of both worlds. So where do we begin?
Where do we begin? We begin at the start. Right at
Thank
the starting
goodness.
line, that's where we go. And with every recipe, you have to build it up from the ground up. We start with the foundation.
Layers. Great.
And the foundation is where you come in, my dear.
Okay, I'm ready for that.
Right, so we're making some Danishes, right?
Okay.
And as you know, with Danishes, they normally start with the pastry of sorts. We've chosen to use puff pastry because of that flaky, buttery base that we're trying to make.
Perfect for this,
So
yes.
we're going to pair that. Imagine the buttery creaminess of, the buttery crunchiness, the crispiness of the pastry with the lemony
creaminess of that filling.
But we also have to make it pretty. So I'm going to show you the first one how to make it.
Okay.
So the Danishes have to always have some sort of a center for you to put a filling in.
Okay.
So we start off by cutting out the actual shape of whatever we're going to make. In this instance, we're going to keep it round. And then to make, as you can see, it's got somewhat of a tower. Right.
Yeah.
But we're not going to cut all the way through. All we do is we make an indentation with our smaller cookie cutter.
Okay.
What that does is you can even score that with a fork. Right?
Okay, so then it's going to create a little moat there around.
Because what's going to happen is the center, when you put the filling on, that's not going to rise because you would have something weighing it
And
down.
where must I score
You
it?
actually dock it just with the tip of your fork.
Like this?
Just the center.
Just there. Boop.
Correct.
Okay.
So what that will do is it'll release the steam so that stays flat. The
and
size.
the rest rises. Okay, I've
And then
got
that's
it.
where I come in with
It's
the
the
filling.
science of baking that I love the most. Okay, don't be intimidated. It's a simple process, and I think once you understand what you're going for, then you get it.
Then you get it, all right? And now we're talking about this Danish filling, and here what we're doing is we're taking those lemon meringue flavors. If you wanted to, just to up it a notch and get a little bit more of those lemony flavors, take a bit of lemon zest as well if you want to. But like we said, Graham, we don't need any of that because the flavor of the lemon is so pronounced in our lemon meringue Clover Double Bliss cream yogurt.
It really is. I mean, you eat it on its own and it feels like you're having a mouthful of lemon meringue, but without that intensity. So the Clover Bliss double cream yogurt is absolutely delicious. It's on its own. It's a beautiful treat. It's thick, it's creamy, and obviously very indulgent, but it's also nutritious. And that, I think, is where this is the perfect blend, the best of both worlds. It's available in various delicious flavors. And of course, today we are using my favorite, undoubtedly the lemon meringue flavor.
And you touched on something that I think a lot of people also mention. A lot of people do say that they love this, they don't necessarily have a sweet tooth, but they want to indulge in some sweet treats every now and then. And this is where the great thing about it is that it's balanced so great with the creaminess, but also the tanginess of the lemon, but also the zinginess of the actual yogurt. It's just like, it's basically a bomb of flavor. You enjoy
a winning combination. Yeah, no, for sure.
Right.
I love that.
So
and I would probably go as far as having the lemon zest in there just to give it a little bit more of that flavor intensity without making it sweeter. I think that's the balance. Okay, so what's gone into our filling?
What's gone into our filling? We've got some icing sugar in here. We've got our Clover Bliss double cream lemon meringue flavor, and then we've got some cream cheese for structure.
Okay.
All right, so now we're going to start, you know, Mina and devices, me and anything that's technical. I have my days. So I'm going to start it off slow and just work it up. What we want is a nice smooth consistency. We don't want any lumps. And I'm just going to keep popping it up.
And then we're really whipping some air in there as well, so it's going to be lighter.
Yeah, because the whole idea is we don't want it to be we don't want it to be too smooth and runny. We still want it to have structure.
Have a bit of
So all we do now is that I'm just going to switch this baby off, if I can figure out how. but I can just leave it here. I mean, that's also a possibility. This is where the gents come in, Father's Day. And then we just spoon this filling onto the top. Once it's baked, because we're going to bake it in the oven until it's nice and golden brown, brush the edges with some egg wash. When it comes out of the oven, add a bit more of it. So you're going to have the baked kind, and then you're going to
have the fresh, man.
And I mean...
And you called it the filling. I think this goes beyond being just the filling. This is exquisite. Those aren't going to last 10 seconds after this is done. If you missed any of those steps, you can catch up right now. And of course, we love to house all of our culinary inspiration along with the recipe. And of course, a blow-by-blow on our website, expressoshow.com. But if you did miss anything, take a little gander at this.
Made with love by Clover.